Listen, everybody, working people like us spend an inordinate amount of time working to provide for ourselves and our families. So how do you want your money to be used if it outlives you? Ever think of that? You can ensure your decisions with proper estate planning. Certified estate planner Jeff Hahn from SC Parker is back with information on how it's done. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here.
And it's nice to be here, and you look marvelous.
Oh, well, thank you. So do you,
always.
sir. So do you. We're talking about a person's estate.
Yes.
What exactly does that mean?
Well, the technical definition is it's all of his or her assets at the time of their passing, right? So when you have assets, and at that time, your money goes into what's called your estate. So it's kind of like a separate person, right?
Right.
And then it gets distributed according to your will.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of advanced steps that people do and should do to ease the process. So if you have like a retirement account, say it has named beneficiaries, and those assets go right to the person who will eventually receive them, right? And it's very, very quickly done.
So you need to do estate planning and do your will.
Yes.
Because the estate planning will be will be figured out at the time that the will gets taken care of.
The will is part of the estate plan.
Okay, it's the other way around.
Okay.
The will is part of the estate plan.
Yes.
Got it.
So the will says, and we're not attorneys, but the will says that upon my passing, this goes here and this goes there, and it lays it out, right? What your estate planning does prior to that is sets things up so it doesn't even have to go into the will. That can be a big part of it, right? Or what goes into the will goes into the will, but
Right.
insurance policies, those are beneficial policies, so the asset goes to the person without passing through will and the probate process.
Okay.
Right? And that's a big part of our work is the insurance, the retirement. There's also setting up of joint accounts, right? Parents will do that with children so that upon their passing, the money then becomes the property of the child.
Okay.
Right? There's also now over the last 10 years, New York State has adopted what's called transfer on death legislation, so that assets will go right to, say, the children, again, without going through the time and expense of the probate process.
Okay.
This isn't always the most fun topic, right? We encourage people, and a lot of times people don't want to talk about it, especially with their kids. Or any family member, but we encourage them to have that conversation, lay things out. Here's what I have, and here's where it's going. We do that with our clientele all the time, and get things set up so that it's a smooth and a quick transaction, right? Can be quickly done as possible, and the assets can go to, in most cases to the child, but also, other heirs. Other beneficiaries, charitable institution, things along those lines.
But it changes nothing now.
No.
Right. And I think a lot of people say, well, I don't want to deal with this now, but it changes nothing now.
No.
So, you're not giving away something that you need now.
Right. And it's most of it is very routine financial planning for everyone, right? Setting up a beneficiaries and things along those lines. That's a very routine activity. It's just part of getting things in good order.
And if you have something like you'd like to gift someone or put money in a trust, this is a great time to think about it too. And
Yes.
Get it down on paper.
Yes, and especially if you want a gift, or it doesn't go to a direct relative, right? If it's going to grandchildren or charitable institutions or for a specific purpose. Sometimes people will set up, I want these dollars set aside for the education of these grandchildren or great-grandchildren.
Right.
And all of that can be worked out and worked through.
And it's so important to not fall into the trap of thinking, well, I have one child, everything will go to that child automatically. No, it'll go to New York State automatically.
Well, yeah. If there's not a will and there are not properly designated beneficiaries, then it goes into the court system probate system, and it is distributed according to the rules
Right.
of New York State.
Takes a lot of time, and it takes a chunk out of it.
Yes, and the whole probate thing can take a lot of time.
Take a lot of time.
Yes.
And that's exactly what you
Yes.
want to avoid. You want to be in control of all this and be able to gift what you want when you want it.
Exactly.
You know what we say? We want to thank Jeff Hahn from SC Park. You called Jeff Hahn today, you sleep better tonight. That's what it's all about.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, everybody, there's their number, 632-6800. Go to scparker.com. All right, real quick reminder that tomorrow